This deep dive is powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you to run smart discount campaigns on your store. Test it for free on your Shopify store. Just land on the Shopify App Store now and test it for free. Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into mobile-first psychology, specifically for Shopify stores. It feels like, well, everything's shifted, hasn't it? Desktop isn't really king anymore.
Oh, absolutely not. The smartphone is, it's the command center now, really.
Yeah.
For almost everything, including shopping. I mean, the stats show around 70% of e-commerce transactions are happening on mobile now.
70%? Wow.
Yeah, it's not just some passing trend. It's like the main way people buy online today.
And if your Shopify store isn't built with that mobile user front and center, well, the fallout can be pretty bad, right? We're talking people just poof, gone.
Exactly. Research shows something like 61% of potential buyers will just leave a mobile site if it's clunky or slow. It's not a small thing. It's a huge roadblock.
And I found this striking. Almost half of those people, 40%, they'll just jump ship to a competitor if their mobile site works better. That's business walking straight out the door.
It really is. So what we want to do today in this deep dive is get right into the why behind mobile first for Shopify. Not just, do this, do that, but the psychology. What actually keeps someone scrolling and buying on their phone?
Okay, so we'll be looking at sort of the mobile mindset, the practical stuff you can actually do in your store, personalization, even checking out some stores that are nailing it, and how you can keep testing and improving.
Let's start with the shopper. The mobile shopper. It's just a totally different ball game than someone parked at a desk, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, think about where you are when you pull out your phone to browse. Lunch break, maybe on the commute. Or like half watching TV at home. It's these little pockets of time, these micro moments, they call them.
Right. And in those moments, attention is, well, it's fragmented. Time's short, so expectations are super high. People want answers now, relevant stuff now. If your store is slow or feels generic, you've lost that moment.
So number one priorities, convenience and speed. Got to be fast, got to be easy. And they expect you to kind of know them, right? Tailored offers, maybe recognizing return visitors.
Absolutely. And anything that causes friction, forget it. Long checkout forms, too many steps, and especially slow loading. We keep coming back to speed, but if your page takes more than, say, 3 seconds to load on mobile, you're losing sales. Period.
3 seconds, that's brutal. It really hammers home the need for optimization, but it's the whole journey too, not just the first page load.
Oh, totally. From the moment they land to the final thank you page, it has to feel smooth. And there's this really interesting bit about how people physically use their phones. Thumb zone psychology.
Okay, yeah, tell us about that. How we hold the phone where our thumbs can actually reach easily.
Exactly that. Think about holding your phone one-handed. The easiest places to tap comfortably are usually the middle and the bottom part of the screen. So putting your really critical buttons, add to cart, buy now, smack bang in that easy reach zone. It sounds simple, but it makes a real difference.
Makes total sense. I've definitely done that awkward stretch trying to tap something tiny up in the corner. It's just annoying.
And annoyance leads straight to giving up. Tapping on a screen isn't like clicking a mouse. Buttons need to be big enough with enough space around them so you don't hit the wrong thing by mistake. Designing for the thumb is key.
Okay, so we've got a picture of the mobile shopper, impatient, easily distracted, interacts with their thumb. What are the big psychological principles we need to build into the design itself for Shopify?
Well, first off, and maybe the most crucial, simplicity and clarity. Keep it clean, uncluttered. You want to reduce that cognitive load. The start of the show should be the product, great images, clear info, and a really obvious path to buy.
So less is more. Minimal layout, good use of white space, text that's actually readable on a small screen, let the product shine.
Precisely. If the screen's a mess, people get distracted, confused. And like we said, confusion kills conversion. Simplicity makes it feel easy, manageable.
And what about visual hierarchy, making sure the important stuff stands out on that limited screen space?
Yeah, that's vital because people scan vertically on mobile and fast. So the absolute must-see info, the key product details, the main call to action needs to be visible immediately, right there, above the fold, without needing to scroll.
So main image, price, add to cart button front and center ideally.
That's the goal. Use clear headings, keep text short and punchy, break things up, maybe use bold text for the absolute key takeaways.
Yeah.
Guide their eye quickly.
We mentioned touch already. How does optimizing for touch become a core principle?
It's about making taps feel, well, good. Buttons need to be chunky enough for a thumb and give immediate feel, like a little color change so they know the tap registered. Bad buttons are just intensely frustrating.
And it's more than just buttons, right? Thinking about natural gestures.
Oh, yeah. Things like swiping through product images or pinch to zoom for details.
Yeah.
Those feel intuitive on a phone. Build them in where it makes sense. It enhances the whole experience.
Okay, and let's circle back to speed one more time. We know slow is bad, but psychologically, what's happening?
Well, it's not just irritation. A slow site can actually make your store feel less reliable, less trustworthy. Even a small delay makes people slightly anxious. Will my payment go through? Is this site secure?
Ah, interesting. So it actually undermines trust, not just patience.
It absolutely can. So optimizing images, streamlining code, it's critical for speed. If a delay is unavoidable for some reason, use a progress bar or a spinner, show people something's happening. It manages that anxiety.
Right, that makes sense. Okay, principles understood. Let's get practical. How do Shopify merchants actually do this? How do they build that mobile-first store?
Well, the foundation is a responsive design.
Hmm.
That means your theme, your layout, automatically adjusts itself to fit any screen size perfectly. Desktops, tablets, phones. It just works. It's not just shrinking the desktop site down.
And the focus should be on things that work well on mobile anyway, yeah. Like vertical scrolling, bigger text, and super optimized images for fast loading.
Exactly. You can do adaptive design, which is like separate versions for different devices, but responsive is usually simpler and more effective for most stores. It keeps things consistent, and it's easier to manage.
Navigation can be tricky on mobile. Any psychological tips for making that smoother?
Keep it simple. Main menu needs to be easy to find, but not hog the screen. A really obvious search bar is crucial, too, for people who know what they want. And breadcrumbs can be surprisingly helpful, showing people where they are on the site. The goal is just smooth, clear paths to products and checkout. No dead ends, no confusion.
Product pages, that's where the magic or lack of it happens. How do we optimize those for mobile psychology?
Big, beautiful, clear images. Non-negotiable. Multiple angles if you can. Maybe pinch to zoom. Keep the description short, sharp, focus on benefits. You can use social proof like ratings, but don't clutter it. Make sure sizes, colors, all those options are super easy to tap. Basically, answer their main questions quickly and remove any doubt.
And the checkout, the big drop-off point. How do we make the mobile checkout less painful?
Streamline it.
Yeah.
Ruthlessly. Fewer steps. Fewer form fields only. Ask for what you absolutely need. Use autofill wherever possible. Offer mobile-friendly payments like Apple Pay, Shop Pay. Huge friction reducers. Show trust badges, but subtly. And definitely track your cart abandonment on mobile. Maybe set up reminder emails for those who bail.
Okay, shifting gears slightly. Personalization, how does that play into the mobile experience?
Oh, it's huge. Using your own data, first-party data from Shopify is so powerful. Past purchases, things they've looked at. Use that to show them relevant stuff when they come back. Remind them of what they browsed. It creates familiarity. Just, be upfront about how you use data. Transparency builds trust.
What about location? Can that be used effectively for personalization?
Yeah, definitely. If you have local pickup or physical stores showing real-time stock nearby, that's gold for mobile users wanting things now. In stock near you labels, that kind of thing. Even if you're online only, maybe tailor some content by region, but always ask for permission for location data first. Respect privacy.
And this comes up sometimes, mobile app versus mobile website. Is there a psychological difference there?
There can be. App users often expect a deeper engagement, maybe repeat purchases, exclusive stuff. Apps allow for push notifications, loyalty programs, a really tailored feel. But honestly, a really well-done mobile website can be incredibly effective for most people. Building an app is a big decision, depends on your audience and your resources, really.
Let's look at some real-world examples. The sources mentioned a few Shopify stores doing mobile first really well. Allbirds, for instance.
Yeah, Allbirds is great. Super clean, minimalist, big, beautiful photos, really smooth scrolling, simple navigation. And their sustainability info is easy to find. It just feels effortless on mobile.
Gymshark, too. They seem very tuned into their audience.
Totally. Energetic look, super fast performance, critical for their crowd. And they weave in fitness content really well, making it more than just shopping.
What about Kylie Cosmetics?
High-impact visuals, obviously. Fast pages. They have that quick buy option, which speeds things up. And they use mobile notifications really effectively for limited drops, creating that urgency.
And Alo Yoga. They seem to blend the shopping with lifestyle content.
Right, interactive pages, links to yoga classes.
Yeah.
They really merged the two.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, their mobile sales jumped significantly after they really focused on mobile-first design.
So these examples show it's not just about making the site work on mobile, it's about crafting an experience tailored to how people use their phones.
Exactly. Understanding those mobile behaviors and building the experience around them. That's the key.
So how do you know if it's working? How should Shopify merchants test and optimize this stuff?
Testing is crucial. You need real users on real phones. Watch them use your site. Use tools like heat maps. See where their thumbs are actually going. A/B test everything. Button colors, placements, text sizes, calls to action. Record user sessions to see where they get stuck or confused.
And what metrics should they be watching specifically for mobile?
Definitely mobile conversion rate separate from desktop. Page load times, obviously. Mobile bounce rate, mobile cart abandonment rate, how much the search bar gets used on mobile, and where people are dropping off the exit pages. These numbers tell a story about your mobile experience.
And it's an ongoing thing, yeah, not just set it and forget it.
Oh, absolutely. Mobile changes fast. New phones, new user habits. You need to regularly revisit your layouts, make sure things work on the latest devices, keep listening to feedback, and keep tweaking. Small improvements add up over time.
Looking forward then, what are the big trends coming down the pike in mobile e-commerce?
Voice search is one to keep an eye on, people talking to their phones to find things, so optimizing your site content for natural language questions could become more important.
Augmented reality too, right? Letting people try before they buy using their phone camera.
Exactly. AR can really boost confidence, especially for things like furniture or clothes. Seeing it in your own space, that's powerful. And the tech is becoming more accessible through Shopify apps and other services.
And social commerce isn't going away, that blend of social media and shopping.
No way, it's getting tighter. Making that jump from seeing something on Instagram to buying it on your store seamless is key. And pulling in user-generated content, real customer photos, onto your product pages that builds huge trust.
And payments keep evolving too, making mobile checkout even faster.
Yeah, one-tap payments, biometrics like fingerprint or Face ID, buy now, pay later options. Anything that makes paying on mobile quicker and easier is going to help conversions, especially for things like subscriptions.
Okay, so wrapping this up, it's just crystal clear, isn't it? Mobile first isn't optional for Shopify stores anymore. It's essential to even compete, let alone stand out.
Absolutely. If you really get inside the head of your mobile shopper, understand their psychology, you can build experiences that just feel right, that make buying easy, and that keeps them coming back.
And it's often those little things, isn't it? Thumb-friendly buttons, lightning speed, that stop people from bouncing off to a competitor.
It really is. So our advice, regularly look at your store as if you were a customer on a phone. Test relentlessly. Optimize constantly. And always, always keep adapting to what your mobile users expect.
And maybe a final thought for everyone listening. How will these evolving trends, voice, AR, social commerce, change how you shop on mobile? And how will that impact what your customers expect from you down the line? Definitely something to ponder. This deep dive was powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you to run smart discount campaigns on your store. Test it for free on your Shopify store. Just land on the Shopify App Store now and test it for free.